Imagine a man who built an empire, music, fashion, fame, standing untouchable at the top. Now picture him in a courtroom, facing accusations that could tear it all down. What's the truth behind Sean Diddy Combs? The world knows him as a hip-hop legend, but the stories coming out of his trial paint a darker picture. One of control, abuse, and secrets hidden behind power. From shocking hotel footage to whispers of a presidential pardon, the revelations keep piling up. Let's dive into the trial that's got everyone talking. And trust me, you won't believe what's been uncovered. First, let's talk about the moment that changed everything. Back in 2016, a grainy surveillance video from the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles captured something chilling. It shows Diddy chasing his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, down a hallway. He grabs her, shoves her to the ground, kicks her, and drags her back to their room. The footage, aired by CNN in 2024, isn't just a clip. It's a window into a pattern. Israel Flores, a security guard working that night, took the stand and dropped a bombshell. He said Diddy offered him a stack of cash to keep quiet about the incident. Flores didn't budge, but the offer spoke volumes about how far Diddy was willing to go to protect his image. And that was just the beginning of what witnesses would reveal about his control over Cassie. Cassie Ventura's testimony hit like a freight train. Over 4 days, she laid bare a relationship marked by fear and manipulation. She described how Diddy allegedly forced her into what he called freak-offs, days-long sexual performances with escorts, often filmed, that left her humiliated. She talked about physical abuse, like the 2016 hotel attack, where she said Diddy threw a vase at her and left her with bruises she had to cover with heavy makeup for a movie premiere. The toll wasn't just physical. Cassie testified about urinary tract infections, mouth sores, and stomach issues from these encounters. She even said Diddy used the recordings as blackmail, threatening to ruin her career if she stepped out of line. It's a story of someone trapped, trying to please a man who held all the power. But Cassie wasn't the only one who saw this side of Diddy.
It has been an incredibly emotional afternoon for Mia, a former personal assistant to Sean Combs, who is not using her real name to preserve her identity. She has been dressed in all white. She has barely looked up the entire day. You've just been able to see the top of her head. At times, it has been so difficult to get her words out that she's had to take deep breaths and small, quiet breaks before she's been even able to get a sentence out. For the beginning of the afternoon, we just heard more details about the physical assault and the emotional abuse that she withstood as she worked for Sean Combs. But just in the last few minutes, right before I left this afternoon, we were discussing this sexual assault that she endured with Sean Combs, assault that began right after she started working with him, just within a few months. The first one at the Plaza Hotel that Sean Combs had rented out for his 40th birthday party. He got her in the kitchen of his penthouse and had her take 2 shots. She said she remembered feeling it immediately, feeling that it was much stronger than what she would typically feel taking 2 shots. And then he had pressed her up against the wall and put his hands up her dress as he kissed her. That was just the beginning. Within the next few months, she was sleeping at his house. She was not allowed to lock her doors, and she woke up to the weight of Sean Combs on top of her. She said through tears that he unbuttoned his pants and inserted himself inside of her. She said it went on for what felt like a lifetime, even though it just went for a few minutes. She said she felt terrified, confused, ashamed, and scared, but that she never said anything, that she was frozen with fear. Similarly to other incidents that we heard from her, another one that happened at his LA house where she was packing him for a trip, sitting on his closet floor, and suddenly everybody was gone and she had another encounter with him. She is still on the stand right now. She's going to be back on the stand tomorrow as they finish direct examination and then cross-examination.
Others who worked closely with him started speaking out, and their stories are hard to shake. A former assistant going by Mia to protect her identity told the court she endured sexual assault from Diddy multiple times. One incident at his 40th birthday party left her frozen as he pinned her against a wall. She said she felt like trash after being coerced into acts she didn't consent to, all while seeking his approval in a toxic cycle. Then there's Dawn Richard, a former Danity Kane member, who described walking in on Diddy, swinging a skillet full of eggs at Cassie in 2009, screaming about her mistakes. Another witness, Carrie Morgan, a friend of Cassie's, said Diddy choked her and hit her with a wooden hanger in 2018, leaving marks on her neck. These accounts paint a picture of a man who ruled through fear. But the drama didn't stop with Cassie. There was another name that kept coming up, KidCudi. The feud between Diddy and KidCudi reads like something out of a thriller. Capricorn Clark, a former Bad Boy employee, testified that Diddy was furious when he learned Cassie was dating Cudi in 2011. She claimed Diddy showed up at her apartment with a gun, demanding she help him confront Cudi. Clark said he threatened to kill them bitches and even broke into Cudi's home. Then, in January 2012, Cudi's car went up in flames, and he pointed the finger at Diddy. A Molotov cocktail was found in the driver's seat, but the investigation hit a dead end when fingerprints were mysteriously destroyed. Cudi himself took the stand, describing a tense meeting with Diddy, where he stayed eerily calm, offering water while dodging questions about the fire. Fans online are buzzing with theories. Was Diddy behind it, or is it just a coincidence? The truth remains murky, but the stakes were clearly high. And it wasn't just Diddy acting alone. The trial peeled back the curtain on Diddy's inner circle, and what they revealed is wild. Eddie Garcia, a former security supervisor, said Diddy handed him a brown paper bag stuffed with $100,000 to secure the 2016 hotel footage. Garcia split the cash with two others after signing an NDA with a $1 million penalty. Then there's David James, a former assistant who described Diddy's travel bag like something out of a crime drama. $10,000 in cash, Viagra, Percocet, ecstasy, and, get this, pills stamped with Barack Obama's face. When police raided Diddy's hotel suite after his September 2024 arrest, they found Ziploc bags of ketamine, MDMA, and bottles of baby oil scattered around. These details fuel speculation about what really went on during those freak-offs, but they also raise questions about who enabled Diddy to keep this going for so long. And just when you think it can't get crazier, a new rumor shook things up. Word started spreading that Diddy might have a way out, a presidential pardon. On May 30th, 2025, Donald Trump, who once called Diddy a friend, told reporters he's looking into the case. He said he'd review the facts, claiming it wouldn't matter if Diddy liked him or not. The internet exploded with reactions. Some fans on X argue Diddy's influence and connections could save him, while others say justice should prevail no matter who he knows. It's all speculation for now, but the idea of a pardon adds a wild twist to an already chaotic trial. Posts on X show fans split. Some call Diddy a victim of a smear campaign, others demand accountability. What's clear is that this case has everyone picking sides, and it's forcing us to rethink Diddy's entire legacy. Where does this leave Diddy's future? Will the mountain of testimony, Cassie's pain, the witnesses' fear, the physical evidence bring him down? Or will his power and connections, maybe even a presidential pardon, pull him through? This trial isn't just about one man. It's about accountability, influence, and how far someone can fall when the truth comes out. What do you think? Has Diddy's empire crumbled, or is there more to this story we haven't heard? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one conversation that's far from over.